Not me using all this time trying to find cute shirts for y'all. You can never actually see them. Look, I have a beer and it's super hot and I don't know why I took it on. I haven't used it in years. Here we are. Welcome to a new video. Today I am filming my January TBR. It's a bit late, like everything in my life, but hopefully you will still enjoy it. So before starting this video, I want to ask all of you if you're still interested in seeing my monthly TBRs, because I didn't used to do them and I did some for some months in 2020, not all of them. And I thought they were fun, but I don't know if it's that interesting to see me. I will read these books and then in my wrap up I will talk about the exact same books. So tell me if you want monthly TBRs, I will do them then, but if no one cares, then you just see the books I read in my wrap-ups. That's what I used to do, but then people seem to like my TBRs. I don't know why, but it was a thing. I have a system of how I pick my books, so let's go through it all. First of all, we have my Got a Thing for Season Reading Challenge. I have 4 books for that every single month. First one for that is Crossroads of Twilight by Robert Jordan. I have already obviously started this because we're already a bit into the month and I'm listening to the audiobook. And I'm continuing Wheel of Time. Gonna finish it this year. Together with a lot of other fantasy series, which was my last video, so check that out if you want to see which series I intend to finish or start. Both. I'm also reading for Got a Thing for Season True Blood Book 1. So in Got a Thing for Season, the challenge was to randomize a book on your TBR. A True Book Blood was picked, but I chose book 1 because I don't remember anything of it. I have in the middle of it right now actually. I'm hoping to finish this today. I didn't know if I was gonna actually read book 2 or read book 1. But I decided to read book 1 again and I would never actually continue the series. It's the only one I read and I'm reading it again live. Also just got HBO, so now I can rewatch True Blood, so it fits perfectly. I'm gonna read this and then watch the first season. I'm ready. Yeah, I did finish the show and I did enjoy it, but now I'm reading the first book again, and then will I ever finish the rest? Who knows? I have like 9 or 10 books of it and I never finished the series. Or 11. Yeah, they're up there somewhere. I pretend I don't own them because I have the weird Norwegian editions. The other two for Got a Thing for Season is Black Girl Unlimited by Echo Brown. This one I'm very excited for. I have decided to listen to this on the audiobook actually because Book Depository closed to all European countries, so I can't get a hold of it physically. I have actually ordered it though from this Norwegian site and it says it will be delivered by the end of January, but I don't trust that. So I'm gonna listen to the audiobooks. I know I actually have read this one after I've finished the Wheel of Time audiobook. Book Depository betrayed me. I feel still betrayed. I still haven't opened and I'm suffering. I ordered this and there's like, it doesn't exist in store physically, or else I would spend like more money on to get it. Also, it's the same situation with The Weight of Our Stars by Kay Ankrum. This one doesn't even exist on audiobook apparently, so I can't even listen to it, but I have ordered these 2 that I just talked about together on that one site. It's a legit site. I just don't know if it will actually arrive in time that January is over, but if it's not, I will still read this in February, The Weight of Our Stars, because it's like it doesn't exist in Norwegian bookstores. This one existed, but it wasn't in storage, so I couldn't get it anyway. Excited for these 2. I'm also like, fuck for February if Book Depository doesn't open. Or we use the other site again. But I don't trust the shipping. I don't know. We will see. But yeah, I'm reading those for Got a Thing for Season. Then we have the Facing Gaze book of the month, which is The Black Tides of Heaven by Neon Young. This one is our January pick, and Facing Gaze is a queer fantasy book club where we will read one queer fantasy or sci-fi book every month. Join it if you want to. This is, as I said, the January book where we were excited for it. We have a Discord and so many people are joining lately and it's so much fun, so please join there if you want to talk to us. Loads of other people about books and the books we are reading. So yay! Excited to read this one. This is my next read after True Blood, I think. And it's also short and nice, so that's perfect. My first book for January was actually The Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. This was because I put it on my November TBR because I didn't think I had enough books in November to like fill in. So I made my best friend pick it and then I didn't get it in November. Then I transferred to December and didn't get it in December. And I'm the kind of person, if I put something on my TBR, I am going to read it. So here we are in January and I have actually finished it. So it was my first read for 2020. I thought in my wrap up, I did actually though realize that the Norwegian edition, they split book 1 in 2 parts. I thought that this, oh, it's the wrong way. I thought this was book 1 and this was book 2, but these are both book 1. I am still, however, counting this as one book because they are split in parts, but it's still like, it's still a book. It just splits. It's fine. Judge me all you want. And I have read this one, but I don't know if I have time to read this one because I figured that out when I was in the middle of this one and then I already planned my reading. But if I do have time, I will read the second part, but I will still count it as a separate book. Or else I will read this later this year, hopefully. I hate this, by the way. I figured it out. And yeah, life sucked when I did. I'm gonna read The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. This one is being released in February and it's a early copy, but it's not yet released. I got it in my Fairy Loot box for October or something. Obviously I'm reading in January to get up my review and stuff before release date, which is I think is the 9th of February. Obviously that's why I'm reading it now in January. I had like planned to read this in January since I got it, so I did not forget, and here it is, and it's so pretty. It's glinty and nice and glincy. That was very Norwegian. Glittery was what I want to say. Yay, very, very excited. And then you might be asking yourself, if you have watched my out of fantasy books I wanted to read this year, like where are they? I haven't said a single one. And then we have The Way of Kings, which I am going to read now in January. And this one I would count as one book. Even though it is split in 2 parts, I'm like breaking my own rule compared to like Pillars of the Earth. I don't know, it's no rules, I don't even know. I probably even won't read it in these editions, by the way. I have it on my Kindle and I don't bother carrying around this shit, so I will read it there. Very, very excited. I do realize now that I'm only reading one out of fantasy book of all the ones that I want to read this year in the first month. But that's basically because Pillars of the Earth was so long. So that was like my, because I plan to read at least 2 or 3 every month, but like Pillars of the Earth took a place for a fantasy book. It will be fine, it will all work out. But yeah, I think I'm gonna use a while on this, but hopefully it will be fine. Yeah, I also forgot how this one looked like the first part, because this is the cover you see all the time. I forgot how the second part looked like, and I'm like just looking at it and I'm like, wow. Yay. Yay. I'm very excited to finally read this. It was like the top one that I want to read. Put it on my first TBR. Then of course, I am reading a manga between every second book I read, except audiobooks, they don't count in that counting. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, so the first ones that I'm gonna read is Spy Family, Volume 3 by Tatsuya Endo. I'm so excited to continue this. Follows a spy that gets a fake family and they become a real family for sure. It's just great. It's just the best thing. I adore it so much. Then I will be reading Bloom Into You by Nakatana Neo, which is Volume 8 and the last volume in this manga series. So sad to like be done, but also like, oh my god, I finished a manga series. When do I ever do that? Because they're always like go on for a billion years. But very excited to see how the story wrap up, and yeah, it will be so cute and nice. And then that was originally my whole TBR, and I was just like, oh my god, it's so little. I need to have something more, because I feel like I don't need to push like I did last year, but I want to read a bit more. So these are like my reserve books in case. I did realize that I should have picked an out of fantasy book for this, but it's too late now. Like when I picked it in my heart, it is picked and locked in. I cannot undo it, even though of course I can, but I like to have like concrete plans. Okay, so like I made a list, meant different things, and then I randomized it to like what were picked, and it became randomized on my TBR kinda. So the ones that were picked were I've Been Hunted by Aaron Summerall. This is me starting another new YA series, and I had this for ages, and I heard things. It's a YA fantasy. I expect to see things I've seen before, but I also expect to be entertained, because that's how I roll. And yeah, I have this and the second one. I don't have the third one, but yeah, I need to read it eventually since I have it, you know. Then the second one that was picked was The Archive by Victoria Schwab. This is another series I'm gonna start. There's 2 books in the series. There was supposed to be a third one. People want a third one, but it won't happen. So yeah, I will read them and enjoy them, but then cry forever for not having a third one, I guess. But yeah, I'm very excited to read this. I've been hearing so many good things, and of course I want to read everything Schwab ever. So it is time for me to get to it, and I'm very excited. And then like since out of those, I need another manga, and I think I miscalculated something in the TBR since I made one of the books I was going to read physically to an audiobook. I don't know, to get the math up, I should read one more in theory, or read one more and then another manga. Something like, there's not something about the math, but I would leave it that when I get there, or I will like transfer it to next month, like the math piece. I'm so sorry that I exist. But either way, the next one manga I'm gonna read is Beastars Volume 5 by Paru Itagaki. So this is Volume 5 in the series. Very excited for it. Follows beasts that act like humans, that want to eat each other but they can't eat each other. It is great stuff, I swear. I do realize that I don't say synopsises for these books. I tend to not do that in TBRs. Also, some of them I just don't know what it's about. But yeah, I feel like the TBR is so tiny compared to like how it's been. So my plan is that if I manage to read all those and still have time, I will read the second Pillars of the Earth book. That's my reserve book, but it's not officially on my TBR. And that's it. So yay, remember to tell me down below if you want me to continue doing monthly TBRs. If not, then do you think it's fun? I do not know. Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a nervous face emoji down below if you like this, and if you came to the end, and you will see me soon in a new one. Goodbye.